Hi guys, good morning and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My hair is an absolute mess. I wanted to make an update video on the situation in Bali because I feel like a lot of things have changed since I made that last video. First of all, I don't think traveling is even really possible anymore because as of March 20th and until April 20th, visa on arrival for both 30 days and 60 days has been cancelled. There is no business visas, if I'm correct, and there is no diplomatic visas, which are all, I think, done when you arrive. But you can get a social visa at an embassy in your own country beforehand, before flying. That brings me to the next point of flying. I don't think there's going to be any flights to Bali or from Bali starting today or tomorrow. A lot of people have been struggling with getting flights. I met two guys from the US and they've been trying to get on a flight to New York from last Friday. Every flight they've got was canceled or they weren't able to get a flight. I think they are going to be suspending most flights. So if you are here, if you wanted to come here, you might be stuck here. A lot of people decided to stay, but I also know a lot of people decided to leave. And that's another thing. The vibe on the island is just different now. The streets are empty. People are self-isolating. I'm staying at home as well. I've been trying to stay as calm as I can because I've also made the decision to stay, and that's mainly because I would much rather be stuck here than be stuck in the cold. But the only thing that concerns me personally is safety. We'll get to that in a second. So as for visas, if you are stuck here and your visa expires, a lot of people go on visa runs, which means they get out of the country every 30 days or 60 days. They fly out to Malaysia and they get back and get a visa on arrival. Now visa on arrival isn't really a thing. A lot of people were freaking out trying to figure it out. Now we know that there is an emergency visa permit. Anyone can apply for it. A lot of people do want to get home, but if they took too long to think about it, there's barely any flights really going out and in. Also, March 25th, which is in 2 days, is Silence Day here. It's a really big holiday. Everything is going to be shut. It's going to be even quieter, even emptier, because you can't make noise, and this is usually a very interesting experience because Bali is usually really alive, and then on March 25th it goes very silent, but now it's just been silent. So going back to safety, that is probably one of my main concerns. A lot of people get robbed in Bali. It's not as many as maybe in other countries, but living in Asia, I've always felt extremely safe, especially living in China. I never felt at risk. I never felt like I was ever gonna get robbed up until I traveled to Bali. Never felt like this in Thailand, Vietnam, nowhere I've been. But Bali is amazing, but there have been accidents where people try to pull off your purse even though it's a crossbody bag, and drivers drive up to you and try to rip it off. Knowing that that happens when tourism is high and when everything is fine makes me question of how much worse is it gonna get when there's gonna be no tourists. Tourism is what this island lives on. Tourism is their main income. Bali is a touristic place. This is where tourists come. They get drivers, they get tours, they get hotels, they go to restaurants. Now restaurants are shut, clubs are shut. A lot of people don't have a job right now, a lot of locals, and I really don't want to think of all the negative things and negative outcomes to the situation, but I have been feeling unsafe. I have been staying indoors. I have been locking my door every time. I have been tracking my location and sending my location to my friends every time I go out to do something. So it's a bit of a tricky one because I am staying positive. I know this will pass. People here are wonderful, don't get me wrong, but there have been situations where people have gotten really hurt or robbed of their phone, robbed of their wallet. Steph's neighbor got pushed off his bike and they robbed him off his bike. Steph actually got a Gojek yesterday. He told her to cancel her order through Gojek. So on the app it's officially canceled, and she was like, why? So he told her because of coronavirus there's no money, and Gojek takes a portion of your money and he can't do that because he needs the money. So she had to cancel her order, and he took her and she basically paid him the money, but he got to keep all the money. So now they're starting to use Gojek as just a way to find customers. I get it. It's survival mode. Like, it really is. I just hope it doesn't get out of control. I know a lot of people that decided to stay. There's still quite a good portion of expats and foreigners here. Hopefully this will be done soon. Most people are self-isolating, and that is also why the streets are so empty. As for traveling here, I don't really think there is a point because everything is shut. Cafes and restaurants are still open. A lot of them are doing delivery and discounts for delivery, but public places are closed until further notice. So we just have a week to chill, relax, appreciate everything we've got, work, focus, read books and stuff like that. So if you did plan to come to Bali, this is not a touristic place anymore. Not for the next month probably. Things will go back to normal, I don't think. Which is also nice because it gives you time to kind of step back and be like, alright, well, I've got work to do. I'm just gonna be at home and do my stuff instead of thinking, oh my god, there's a pool party today. Another part of this is media hyping it up and just writing stories and titles that make people click and feel scared and read everything they've got to say. I think it's important to not let that take over you. That's pretty much all I wanted to cover. Visas, current situation, safety, and why I decided to stay, because I much rather be here just like the rest of my friends. I think if my job was at risk, like a lot of people jobs are right now, I would be leaving, but fingers crossed everything is going well so far, and I want to keep creating content, so I will be staying here. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are self-isolating, because self-isolation could save so many people's lives. It's not even about you getting infected, it's about you infecting others, because a lot of young people and a lot of people in general don't even get symptoms. So just stay away, stay safe, wash your hands. I've been washing my hands with so much more effort now, like actually washing my hands every single time I walk in, walk out. Every time I touch something and I feel like I need to wash my hands, I go wash my hands. You've got grandparents, you've got friends who have grandparents, just stay at home. It's not that bad. You can read a book, you can start writing a blog, you can start doing something you've always wanted to do, you can start watching a TV series you always wanted to watch. We always dream of a time where we can just stay at home, and now that we get this time, we feel a bit anxious and we feel a bit weird and we want to go out and we want to do all these things. I completely understand it. That's how I felt as well, but it is important to self-isolate and social distance right now and just be careful. Another thing is mental health. I know that I felt really anxious yesterday. I think I was very close to having an anxiety attack, and I don't get those very often. So for anyone that gets anxiety attacks or feels depressed or have any sort of mental health issues, this will pass. If you want to reach out to me and have a conversation, you're welcome to leave whatever you want to say down in the comments or message me on Instagram. I always try to reply to people and help in a way that I can. I like having a conversation, and sometimes you just want to talk to someone you don't know. You don't always feel comfortable talking to your friends or family. That's why I'm saying that if you want to talk or you have the urge to reach out, please reach out to me. We all go through a tougher time, and sometimes we can't help how we feel. So this is natural. Everyone is probably experiencing this right now. You are not alone. That's all I've got to say. If you guys have been enjoying my videos and want to see more Bali videos, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.